Oh, man.
Well, I got you, Big Gruff.
You came through. It took 2 years. We got a lot of ground to cover, so I'll just give you an advance one. At 3 o'clock, we're probably going to get into a pretty heated debate. I think what the playoff committee did last night is a disgrace. I think it's disrespectful to what Michigan did. And the very suggestion, much less the very real possibility that Ohio State is going to get in this playoff, I think it's a total embarrassment. And if I were a Michigan fan, I'd be annoyed. But Rico's going to ask a question. It's going to make it fun. We'll get to it at 3. I've got future odds. We're going to play Guess That Spread. It's kind of like this riff off the prop bet casino. I've got all the odds for if the playoff were today. And Rico's pretty good at it. We'll have some fun with it. We'll do it at 2:30. But we're going to start with something a little off-brand. Because these guys were all snickering like school children as I walked up and finished taping Cash the Ticket with cookies. And they're like, I'm like, what now? And, did you see the Judge news? So go ahead, have your fun, and let me hear what's going on.
Well, appears that David, you may have more details. The Yankees, Mike, have extended an offer to Aaron Judge. They want to keep him in the pinstripes for the next 8 years, $300 million.
But wait, there's more.
Oh.
According to Jeff Passan, yes, this offer has been given to Aaron Judge's people, but the offer could go higher depending on competitive bids.
So if the Mets jump in there, this could go as high as $350 million.
And possibly at 10 years and $350 million. I don't know.
Mike, you were doing another Cash the Ticket, wonderful podcast. Make sure you guys download it. Him and Cookies were in there.
Aaron Judge loves it.
And we saw that, Mike has no idea.
No.
And you came walking back. I wanted to save it, but I couldn't.
No.
I unwrapped the gift beforehand.
I think the thing, and this is what I would say, is if you're a Tiger fan, do you understand why I'm upset? I know you'd kill for a player like Aaron Judge. I get it. But you're also the same people that have lived through Miguel Cabrera's heinous contract.
Who finally said next year is his last year.
Well, thank God. Signed 2015. I understand what's right and what's real. The reality is if you're the New York Yankees and you draw $45,000 a night and it is a war for the back page and you're a money machine, I understand why they need, and I say that in air quotes, to sign Aaron Judge. I get it. But it is irrefutably, and I mean objectively from any perspective, a god-awful idea. Think about it. Name one contract that a player who has signed north of the age of 30 to a term of 8, 9, or 10 years that's worked out.
No, it hasn't.
And I have PTSD because I live and work in Detroit covering sports, and I've seen that essentially the last 5 years of the Cabrera deal have been trash. 5.
Yeah, at that point, it was just a circus. It was, follow Miggy as he gets, home run 500. Hit 3,000. Miggy bobblehead night. Miggy can come to your child's birthday party.
Here's all the bits that Wojo didn't buy.
Right.
And
this year will be the Miggy farewell tour.
Right. I'm not being a mean, cynical New Yorker.
No.
I just know none of these deals work. We can't beat the Astros. Aaron doesn't help us beat the Astros. He's 6'7", 260 pounds. Do you know how that's going to age?
Yeah.
Have you seen Bill Walton lately?
I've heard him.
Voodoo Donuts.
You'll get a good 3, maybe 4 years out of this contract.
But the problem is he'll never duplicate the year he just had. So I know here we have a baseball team we wish could have players like him and we wish would win games. I'm sitting here, I've said to you all year, I don't want him back. My hope was that Steve Cohen overpaid and he went to the Mets. Let him be their problem. The Yankees need a complete recalibration.
Yeah, but see, here's something that David brought up. Even if Cohen steps in there, it doesn't sound like the Yankees are willing to let him go.
Because, again,
they'll match it.
What's right is not often real, and what's real is not often right. I get it. I'm just saying this is an amount of money and a commitment. Like when the Braves signed Ronald Acuna at age 20 to a 10-year deal. Brilliant.
He'll be 30.
Wander Franco, Juan Soto. Hey, man, if you get one of these guys, you're betting on the come. You're betting that you can get these guys at an AAV under what they'd be worth 4 or 5 years later. Juan J-Rod out in Seattle, same deal. This is like, I'm already stuck with Giancarlo Stanton, who's on a horrible deal. Now I'm stuck with this into a time continuum. And I ask myself, how are we beating the Astros?
It is the one thing that you never want to see a team do. You never want to see a general manager do. You pay for the investment. You don't pay for what you've already done.
That's right.
And you're about to pay for what you've already done. And whenever you go that route, you're right. Whether it's a coach, whether it's a player, it doesn't work out because you're giving them their gold watch and their flowers right now. Whereas, okay, I'm going to invest in you, young guy. I think your future is bright. And, yeah, in a few years, this contract will be a joke because so many people will make more than that, but I'll give you your money right now.
No, and the problem for me,
good luck.
And I think Tiger fans will get to this point at some, I hope soon, but I have an owner now who actually cares about the luxury tax. Hal Steinbrenner is not. This is a money thing for him. This is a revenue thing for him. I don't think Hal bleeds to win, just like I don't think Chris bleeds to win. And at some point, I think the world of Scotty Harris so far. Scotty Harris is going to be challenged because I don't think Chris cares enough to be a fan. And that's a problem. And it's like, I just, living with Miggy has absolutely tainted how I view Aaron. Does that make it wrong?
No, it doesn't, especially because you've seen the last 4 years, it's become a circus. It's just become, okay, let's parade Miggy out there. He doesn't hit home runs anymore. He's a great guy. Look at how he jokes with the people while standing on first base. And
here's his last.
Let's not forget, every spring training, he's in the best shape of his life.
Here's his last year with an OPS that would live up to that contract. Ready? 2016 at age 33. The last 7 years, garbage. It completely.
It went from garbage to seriously a clown show because it was, hey, be at the ballpark when he hits his 500th home run. Be there when he gets his 3,000 hit. It's like, is this what we're reduced to? Gimmicks. And in the end, it'll be the same thing in New York. Gimmicks. That's when you know you have a losing franchise, when you got to sell bobbleheads and gimmicks.
Yeah, and what's crazy is the relation you're talking about, okay, the length of the contract, but think about it. And this is not trying to, beat a dead horse here, but Aaron Judge hasn't won anything in New York.
Nope.
Miggy didn't win anything in Detroit. So it's like, why? Why?
Because you got a superstar and you don't want to lose a superstar.
Because we've arrived at a place in sports, David, and this is where I understand. Let me be very clear, because I'm sure I'll get some calls from my buddies in New York who listen. They're going to be all up in arms. Look, I understand these are businesses. I understand that the owners have a prerogative to make money. What I would argue is you cannot put making money in the short term, making money and being on the back page. You can't put that ahead of, am I going to win something at some point other than the booby prize known as a pine box? Like, you own these teams for more than money. And if you don't, I hate your guts. That's how I view it. I think when you buy a team, you make a promise to that city that, yes, you're going to get tax breaks. You're going to get abatements. You're going to get public dollars. You're going to make money. We know this. But the promise you make is that at some point, at some corner of your deep, dark soul, you still want to win. Mm-hmm. And if you don't do that, you lose the public trust and you lose my ability to tolerate you. So, like, when I look at the Aaron Judge thing, I am looking at the last 6-7 years doing radio in Detroit, living with Cabrera. Do you want to? How many home runs does Miggy have the last 6 years? Don't look. Nobody look. 6 years. 6. You want the number of at-bats?
Wait. Yeah, how many at-bats?
Hold on.
I'm going to go 6 years. I'm going to go 40 home runs.
See, he had that run for 600. I'm going to go 50.
This price is right.
$1.
99 cents. Keep going, Kenny.
I'll go a little less than you guys. 36 I'll go.
Okay. He had 61 home runs in 6 years. And the amount of plate appearance, I mean, you're talking about.
So 10 home runs a year.
Basically. Okay.
Here's your DH.
Okay.
But hey, do you see how he's having fun with the players at first base?
And that's in, ready for this? 2,169 plate appearances.
Mistakes were made.
At bats.
No.
Mistakes were made.
From 2017 through the end of this year, 603 total games, 2,400 plate appearances, 2,169 at bats, 61 home runs. Okay? So when you wonder why I have no interest in bringing Aaron Judge back, is I know I'm about to live that in the back half of that deal. And here's a newsflash. Aaron Judge, while he might be twice the person of Miguel Cabrera, he's not half the ball player.
Well, and saw what he did against the Astros.
Thank you.
You were like, well, no, just watch him. And then I watched him, and I was like, I see Mike has a point. Okay. What, he bat under 200 for the series?
You ever see little kids hitting a piñata? That's the Yankees against the Astros.
Spin them around and go.
Right, here. Come on up. 248-539-9797. I just want to know if people thought I was insane for having this take. But I don't know a deal that's worked out, and we've lived it up close and personal in this town.
No, and when it happened, I was just like, oh, wait till he finishes that Caster ticket. By the way, go download the Caster.
Yeah, and 5 Star Zone, where they always keep chopping.
Hey, you know what? We did cross promotion. I left the Caster ticket sign up behind me, so the whole podcast we cross promoted it.